Unending battles between Rome and Germania. The battles between Rome and the Germanic tribes are a defining chapter in the history of the ancient world, stretching from the early Roman Republic through to the fall of the Western Roman Empire. These conflicts were marked by fierce resistance, shifting alliances, and strategic ingenuity on both sides. For centuries, Rome sought to bring the Germanic tribes under its control, while the Germanic peoples fought to preserve their freedom and their ways of life. These unending battles were not only about military engagements but about cultural survival and the clash of civilizations. Below, we will explore the key periods of conflict, the battles that define the struggle, and the legacy of this prolonged conflict. 1. The Roman Republic and the first encounters with the Germanic tribes, 2nd century BC, 1st century BC. Key figures: Gaius Marius, Rome; the Cimbri, the Teutons; Ariovistus, Suebi. Outcome: Roman victory, but at high cost. The first major Roman-Germanic conflict occurred in the 2nd century BC when the Cimbri and Teutons, two massive Germanic tribes, invaded Roman territory. This was an early clash between Rome and the migrating tribes, which would set the tone for future battles. The Battle of Orazio, 105 BC, in one of the most significant defeats in Roman history, the Cimbri and Teutons destroyed a Roman army at Orazio, modern-day Orange, France. The Roman defeat resulted in the deaths of around 80,000 Roman soldiers, a blow that deeply shook Rome's military confidence. Gaius Marius and the recovery. After the defeat at Orazio, Gaius Marius, a Roman general, reformed the Roman legions, making them more professional and loyal to the state rather than to individual generals. In 101 BC, Marius decisively defeated the Cimbri at the Battle of Vercelli, securing Rome's control over its northern borders. Legacy. The conflict demonstrated the power of Germanic migrations and the vulnerability of Roman forces when caught unprepared. However, Marius' reforms turned the Roman legions into the powerful force that would later face and fight many Germanic tribes. 2. The early Roman expansion into Germania, 1st century BC. Key figures: Julius Caesar, Rome; Ariovistus, Suebi, the Helvetii. Outcome: Roman victory. The Roman expansion into Gaul during the campaigns of Julius Caesar, 58 to 50 BC, brought Rome into direct contact with the Germanic tribes. Caesar's conquest of Gaul brought him into conflict with several Germanic groups, most notably the Suebi under Ariovistus. The Battle of the Rhine. In 55 BC, Caesar crossed the Rhine River, demonstrating Rome's ability to project military power across the natural borders of Germania. His success against Ariovistus in the Battle of the Vosges solidified Roman dominance in the region, forcing the Germanic tribes to retreat. The Helvetii campaign. Caesar's victory over the Helvetii in 58 BC is another example of Roman expansion into Germanic territories. The Helvetii, a Celtic tribe, had been moving westward and were defeated by Caesar in the Battle of Bibracte, forcing them to return to their homeland. Legacy. These early battles showcased the might of Rome, with Caesar's tactical brilliance and military reforms playing a key role in the Roman dominance over the Germanic tribes. 3. The Battle of the Teutoburg Forest, 9 AD. Key figures: Publius Quinctilius Varus, Rome; Arminius, Germania. Outcome: decisive Germanic victory. The Battle of Teutoburg Forest remains the most famous of all Roman Germanic battles, where the Germanic leader Arminius, a former Roman ally, led an alliance of Germanic tribes to annihilate 3 Roman legions under Varus. The ambush. Arminius used his knowledge of Roman tactics and the dense terrain of the Teutoburg Forest to orchestrate a brilliant ambush. The Romans, caught off guard, were surrounded and destroyed, with the entire Roman force of about 20,000 soldiers wiped out. Significance. The defeat was catastrophic for Rome, leading to the loss of Roman eagle standards and a shattered Roman reputation. The battle stopped Roman expansion into Germania and secured the Rhine River as the empire's northern boundary. Legacy. This battle is seen as one of the most significant defeats in Roman history, and Arminius became a legendary hero for the Germanic tribes. The failure led to a more defensive Roman policy and marked the limits of Rome's ability to conquer Germania. 4. Roman retaliation and the campaigns of Germanicus, 14 to 16 AD. Key figures: Germanicus, Rome; Arminius, Germania. Outcome: mixed success for Rome. After the disaster at Teutoburg Forest, Germanicus, the nephew of Emperor Tiberius, was tasked with avenging the Roman defeat. He led a series of campaigns against the Germanic tribes, seeking to restore Roman pride. Germanicus campaigns. Germanicus led several successful raids and battles against the Germanic tribes, including the Battle of Idistavizo, where he defeated Arminius' forces. He recovered 2 of the lost eagle standards, restoring some Roman honor. The psychological impact. Germanicus also understood the importance of psychological warfare, using his popularity and leadership to inspire his troops and bolster Roman morale. However, his campaigns failed to secure a lasting Roman presence in Germania, and he was eventually recalled by Tiberius. Legacy. Though Germanicus restored Roman dignity by recovering the eagles, his campaigns highlighted the difficulties of Roman conquest in Germania. The Romans never regained their former dominance in the region, and the Rhine remained a firm frontier for Rome. 5. The Marcomannic Wars, 166 to 180 AD. Key figures: Marcus Aurelius, Rome; Marcomanni, Quadi, Sarmatians. Outcome: Roman victory, but at a significant cost. The Marcomannic Wars were a series of conflicts between the Roman Empire and several Germanic tribes, particularly the Marcomanni, Quadi, and Sarmatians, along the Danube River frontier. The invasions. These Germanic tribes, under pressure from the Huns, invaded the Roman Empire, leading to prolonged sieges and battles. Emperor Marcus Aurelius personally led Roman forces to repel the invaders, resulting in several decisive victories. The Roman response. The Romans used a combination of defensive tactics and scorched earth strategies, burning villages and fields to prevent the Germanic forces from gathering supplies. The Romans also fortified the Danube frontier with military camps, castra, to defend against future invasions. Legacy. The Marcomannic Wars exposed the increasing pressure on the Roman Empire's borders and demonstrated the difficulty of defending vast territories against barbarian incursions. Though Rome successfully repelled the invasions, it was clear that the empire could no longer expand into Germania without significant risk. 6. The Battle of Adrianople, 378 AD. Key figures: Emperor Valens, Rome; Fritigern, Visigoths. Outcome: Visigothic victory. The Battle of Adrianople was one of the most decisive defeats in Roman history, and it marked a pivotal moment in the decline of the Roman Empire. The battle. The Visigoths, led by Fritigern, had sought refuge within the Roman Empire but were mistreated. When they rebelled, they were confronted by the Roman Emperor Valens. The battle ended in disaster for the Romans, with Emperor Valens himself killed and most of the Roman army wiped out. Significance. The defeat at Adrianople shattered Roman confidence and exposed the weaknesses in the Roman military system. The Visigoths' victory paved the way for their later sack of Rome in 410 AD. Legacy. Adrianople is often seen as the beginning of the end for the Western Roman Empire. The defeat highlighted the growing strength of the Germanic tribes and the increasing difficulty Rome faced in defending its borders. 7. The fall of the Western Roman Empire, 476 AD. Key figures: Romulus Augustulus, Rome; Odoacer, Germanic leader. Outcome: end of the Western Roman Empire. The final collapse of the Western Roman Empire came with the deposition of Romulus Augustulus in 476 AD by Odoacer, a Germanic chieftain. The last emperor, Romulus Augustulus, the last Roman emperor in the West, was a powerless figure, and Odoacer, a leader of the Roman Foederati, took control of Italy. Odoacer sent the imperial regalia to the Eastern Roman emperor, symbolizing the end of the Western Roman Empire. Significance. The fall of Rome marked the end of Roman imperial rule in the West and the rise of Germanic kingdoms such as the Ostrogoths and Franks. It also represented a massive shift in the balance of power in Europe. Legacy. The fall of Rome marked the end of classical antiquity and the beginning of the Middle Ages, where Germanic tribes would shape the future of European civilization. Conclusion. The unyielding struggle of Germania. The unending battles between Rome and Germania were not just military engagements. They were battles for survival, identity, and power. The Germanic tribes showed an unwavering resistance to Roman expansion, using tactics ranging from guerrilla warfare to large-scale military confrontations. While Rome may have been the dominant power for centuries, the Germanic resistance ultimately played a crucial role in the empire's downfall, reshaping the future of Europe. The legacy of these battles is found in the formation of medieval European kingdoms and the enduring cultural influence of both the Romans and the Germanic peoples. Would you like to explore further into any of these battles or heroes, or delve into the cultural and political impact of these wars on European history?